Now, I'm gonna explain to you guys why Kevin Samuels was not rich. I'm gonna explain to you why Kevin Samuels was still basically a poor man. You see, guys, you think that 60, $70,000 is a lot of money. Some of you guys think like $300,000 is a lot of money. And some of you guys think that $4 million is a lot of money. Bruh, none of that stuff is a lot of money. You wanna know what's real money, bruh? You wanna know what's real money? 100 million, 200 million, 400 million, $500 million, $1 billion, $10 billion. When you start making that type of money, bro, and it's coming in on a yearly basis, that's real money, bro. Then you're rich. And it's coming in without you working for it so hard. Kevin Summers, he was like a work machine, bro. The poor guy was still working for his money. Because if he stopped working for his money, he would go back to being poor or being broke. Let's put it this way. $100 million can even $100 million could be spent. I seen lotto winners just blow through their fucking winnings like it was nothing. They ended up being broke again. They made some bad investments, ended up being broke. You see what I'm saying? Now 100 million, bro, that's enough to retire on. It's enough to live comfortably for the rest of your life, and you don't have to work. But if you blow your money on stupid shit, exotic cars, fancy restaurants, and the money's not coming in, you're gonna go back to being broke. You see what I'm saying? If you're not making smart, wise investments. Now, Kevin Samuels was a YouTuber. Most of his money came from YouTube. That's not wealthy, bro. That's doing good for yourself. You're doing well. You're high value, right? But you're not rich. Some guys think that $4 million is a lot of money. That's just enough to retire on here in California, bro. $4 million, that's retirement money. And you can retire in luxury in another country somewhere. Like if I had $4 million here in California, that's just enough to retire comfortably on for the rest of my life. For the next 20 years, I can live off $4 million. Because normally $2 million is what you retire on here in California. $500,000 in California is not enough to retire on. $1 million, that's not enough. $2 million to retire here in California, man. That's the basic. Basic. $4 million, you want to live, you want to live okay. You want to live good. You want to live life. You know what I'm saying? You want to take trips. You want to go, and have vacations twice a year. You see what I'm saying? So, what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that Kevin Samuels was not a rich man. Yeah, he was driving in luxury stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had nice apartments, not houses, apartments. Kevin Samuels did not really even own houses. And if he did, he probably owned like one house. That's not wealthy, bruh. Wealthy is when you're owning three or four, five, 10 houses, 10 mansions, and you sit back and you let the money just come in. You don't have to fucking go to work. That's wealthy, bruh. That's real fucking wealth, bruh. That's generational wealth. You see what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels was working like a poor man. What the fuck? Why was he like not getting enough sleep? because he was still poor, bro. You guys don't understand that part. You got to understand what's the difference between being rich and being poor. He was working like a poor man, drinking Red Bulls every single day, bro. That's poor. You're being he was that's a poor man's actions, bro. That's what poor men go do, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's what poor men do. Poor men stay up odd hours in the night working and working and working. And poor men drink a bunch of Red Bull and trying to be at places, you know what I'm saying? Getting paid to show up at radio stations for interviews and all that other stuff, bro. And staying up odd hours in the night. That's poor man shit. The guy had a loft. He was staying in a nice loft. That's still to me, bruh, that's still poor because he's working for his money. What happens if he stops? They come to get everything. You know what I'm saying? What happens if he stops working? They come in to get every single thing that he has. That's not wealth. Real wealth is when you can lay back and lay in the bed. Don't have to be nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Your money is just coming in automatically. You're not working for it. It's coming in automatically. Like you made investments, your own businesses, right? Your own business. You don't have to show up to the business and be hands-on and pushing it to the next level. You see what I'm saying? That's not wealth, bro. You're basically hanging on. And just because you own a business, it don't mean that you are wealthy. It means you are doing good. Real wealth is when you're sitting back and the money is coming in into your bank account. You wake up Monday morning, the money's in your bank account. You didn't have to work for it. It was there. It's coming in through a bunch of sources. You got a bunch of sources of income just coming in from all directions, and you're not working for it. It's coming in automatically into your bank account. You can lay there with your honey, you know what I'm saying, not suck down a bunch of Red Bulls and stuff like that, man. You see what I'm saying? And the money will be there Friday in your bank account. You see what I'm saying? That's real wealth. Kevin Samuels was still a poor man with a high-paying job. That's all it was, bro. Somebody said he made $4 million off of YouTube alone. Bruh, I know motherfuckers who make more than that. You know that guy PewDiePie, the YouTube king? He made more than that, bruh. That's small. That's small money, bruh. $4 million. That's small money, bruh. You can go through that. $4 million, bruh. You think that's a lot of money? That's not a lot of money, bruh. Because after you buy the exotic car, after you buy the house, the mansion, and stuff like that, the shit is gone. After you buy a $1 million mansion, or you know what I'm saying, or you buy a $300,000 car, and you buy some more luxury vehicles, you see what I'm saying, and then you buy, you go on expensive vacations, you fuck it off on escorts and shit like that, and then that $4 million is gone. Shit, Iron Mike Tyson ran through $500 million, bro, in his career. He ran through it. He ended up broke. $500 million is not no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good. It's good change. It's good pocket money. $500 million is, yeah, don't get me wrong. That's a good piece of fucking change. 500 million, but it could be spent, bro. You see what I'm saying? If the money is not coming in. If you buying it on if you spending money on yachts, planes, houses, luxury vehicles, you know what I'm saying? You're buying your girlfriend shit, bro. You're trying to keep up with your high end girlfriend, your high caliber female, bro. In the next 5 years, you will be broke if you are not spending it wisely and investing it. So Kevin Samuels, was he broke? No, he had more than the average guy. You see what I'm saying? He had more than the average guy. Yeah, he wasn't average. He had a nice piece of change coming in. He was making, maybe $4,000 or $5,000. Okay, on the live stream. He was making maybe like I don't know his pocket. I don't be pocket watching like that, bro. I don't know how much he made, but from his live stream, this shit was coming in by the thousands. Okay, he was making a decent amount of money on them live streams, bro. That's the reason why he was doing it. You see what I'm saying? But if he stopped working, if he stopped doing what he was doing, and he chilled, the money will be gone, and his luxury lifestyle will be taken away from him. He was still working. That meaning, basically, he was still a poor man. Some of you guys don't understand the difference between being well off and high paid, and between being wealthy. Wealthy is where you don't have to work for your money. Your money works for you. You see what I'm saying? Like these rappers, they go broke. Why? Because they're not wealthy. They just high paid people. You get a check. He was getting a check from YouTube, bro. He wasn't writing his own check. You know what I'm saying? He was getting a check from YouTube, bro. He was making money off of YouTube. That was his main bread and butter. Why you think he stopped doing what he was doing to do YouTube full time, bro? He was making more money on YouTube, and all the endorsements and stuff like that he was getting on a regular basis. It provided him a comfortable lifestyle. Okay, he was doing very well for himself. Yes, he was, but he wasn't out of the matrix. $4 million, that's retirement money. Some guy came around to the channel and said, man, he made about $4 million on YouTube. That's not a lot of money. You got to understand, that's retirement money. Some of you guys are young. You don't understand. Go do your research on how much it'll cost to retire in California alone. $2 million. That's retirement money in California. And you double that. That's luxury to retirement. Okay, you get to spend a little bit more. You get to buy a little bit more every month. You see what I'm saying? You get to buy things. It's like, and then if you're not careful, it's back to being poor or being broke. You know what I'm saying? But Kevin Samuels was not a wealthy dude, bro. You guys got to understand the difference between the two. We got to go in here and get this food. Why you think I'm not so excited about my $100,000, bro? That's not no real money, man. 100 grand, come on, bro. 100 grand ain't shit to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? 100 grand, that shit can be wiped away, bro. Yeah, you can live like you a rich man for only a few months with $100,000. You can live like a rich man, but it won't last. You know what I'm saying? You still got 20 more years left on this earth, bro. 100 grand, you'll go through that like toilet paper, bro. You gotta understand that's not real money. It's not even enough to retire on for the rest of your life. $100,000, bro. Think about it. That's 100,000. Count if you get like if you get like hundreds inside your hand, right? Take like $1,000, right, and then multiply that shit by 100. You only get hundred of those thousands. You only get 100 of those thousands, right? And think about it. 100 is not a lot. 100 of anything is not a lot. You see what I'm saying? We gotta go back to this gym. I'm gonna go back to the gym soon, man. We gotta start looking swole out here. Yeah, I don't know really. I don't know what his salary was, bro. Just by his actions, okay, that let me know that he was poor. Still, just by him working, I'm not a pocket watcher, bro. My thing is, you know, this is fucking a debate. You know, you know, we're debating whether or not Kevin Samuels was a rich man. No, he wasn't. He did well for himself. That's about it. I don't know how much he made on a regular. Some of you guys know, but I don't know. I don't. I'm not a pocket watcher, bro. And then somebody told me that Kevin Samuels made like $4 million off of YouTube, or he made over $4 million. Okay. And I did my calculation, and I said, Kevin Samuels, he wasn't a rich man. Rich men don't sit up drinking Red Bull trying to keep up with the pace. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, if he was drinking Red Bull, he was trying to keep up with something. You see what I'm saying? He was overworking himself. And nobody killed him. He killed himself, bruh. A man that's drinking Red Bull after 50, that shit is dangerous, bro. How you think I became a diabetic, and how you think I got health problems now, bro? Because I wasn't watching the sugar. And that's why I can relate, and I can tell you guys that shit is fucking dangerous. I don't even drink Red Bull no more. None of them energy drinks, man. And I used to love them all the time. I used to love energy drinks all the time, bro. You see what I'm saying? Right now, I'm on a week fast. I'm fasting for a week, bro. I'm only having one meal a day for a week to get my health back into order. You know what I'm saying? You know. So let me tell you, bro. Rich, wealthy people do not work themselves like Kevin Samuels was working himself. He was still trying to get ahead, if you ask me, bro. You see what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels was still trying to get ahead. If he was working overtime, that means he was trying to get somewhere. He was trying to fucking, step his game up. But he wasn't no young man. Bruh, if he was like 19, 20 years old, then I can see him sucking down Red Bulls and trying to stay up. And you can do that if you hella young. You know what I'm saying? You could do that if you hella young, bruh. But Kevin Samuel was no young spring chicken, bruh. He wasn't hella old, but he was up there past 40 years old, bruh. You have to really watch, man, what you consume nowadays. I'm working on it myself, bruh. And I fall victim to sweets every now and then, but I done calmed down on that shit by a lot. Fuck all that. Healthy guy, because he was still working hard, too hard for his money. Come on, blood. 3 hours sleep? Come on, man. If you got real money, don't you think you'd be sleeping? Bruh, if I had real money, bro, I'd be sleeping. I'd be like, hell no, I ain't staying up all night doing this shit. Matter of fact, I'll take a break from YouTube. He couldn't do that. Why? Because he was still what? Basically still poor. Basically. He was still poor. If that nigga was so wealthy, let me tell you, if a nigga is so wealthy, stop working YouTube for about 3 months. Stop working for a couple of months, okay? Watch. They coming to get the house. They coming to get the car. All the stuff that you was paying on and stuff like that, they coming to get it. And guess what? What else is gonna leave? The high caliber females. The ones that me and you be talking about, the ones that we want, they leave. Then he's back being, what, broke. That means he got to get back out there and work. I got to work. I got to drink this Red Bull. I got to drink Red Bull. I got to work. 28. Shit. I got to work. That means he still had the whip on his back, bruh. Whoosh, whoosh, get back to work. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, you a high-paying motherfucker. You high-paid, but we need to get back to work. Whoosh, whoosh. He still had the whip on him. No, he wasn't wealthy. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Man, he made a lot of money. He did this, he did that. Yeah, he made a lot of money, but he stopped working. That ass is grass. That's not what you call real wealth. A real motherfucker, let me tell you, bro, a real wealthy motherfucker, he could lay up in his bed and don't have to be nowhere. That's a real wealthy motherfucker, bruh. A real motherfucker who got real money, bruh. He could lay up in his bed with his girlfriend and he don't have to look at us no watching nothing. He just toss it to the side. A real wealthy motherfucker got a cook, a chef, a mansion with 10 cars outside, brother. He could afford to pay for it. That's a real motherfucker. There was this guy named Scott Storch. He was a music producer. He tried to live a life of a wealthy man. That motherfucker went back to being broke. After his music career was over, he was broke, okay? He had to file for bankruptcy because he tried to live like a wealthy man with 10 cars in a driveway and a mansion. Nah, he can't. He went back to being broke. Who else went back to being broke after having a lot of money? Trying to live wealthy and shit. Nah, you out here working, baby. Look at Mike Tyson, back to being broke again. Okay, where is it? This has got to be it. That's 1216. This got to be one of these two houses here. Where the fuck? Now both of these houses don't have numbers on them. I can't figure out which one. Come on, man. Okay, so I don't know which house that I don't see any numbers on the house. So I gotta assume that it's this house. Oh, that's 22. It's the next house. It's 22. DoorDash? Yeah. Fries, right?
Huh?
The burger place, right?
I don't know. This is my uncle's. He has to think about it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, shit. So, after I get my $100,000, bro, yeah, I'm going to splurge a little bit. But then you got to go into conservative mode, right? After you splurge a little bit, You got to go into conservative mode. You got to be saving the money, investing in it and shit like that. Yeah, I'm going to take a vacation. You know, I'm going to buy some nice clothes and stuff like that, right? I'm going to go on dates. I'm going to look for women and shit like that. Yeah, I'm going to do all that. You feel me? But after a while, you have to be conservative and, you know, invest that money, bro. Right? Because we could go back to $0 just like that, man, if you're not careful. So even if you win $100,000, it doesn't mean that you're rich, okay? It just means you got a nice piece of change, okay? It just means that you got a nice piece of change. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? So understand that, bruh. Kevin Samuels, not a wealthy man. Was he high paid? Was he high value? Yes. I give him that. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't retire for the rest of his life. He didn't have enough money to retire on, where he could live in luxury for the rest of his life. You see what I'm saying? He couldn't stop working, because if he did, he would go broke. Simple as that, bro. He had a lifestyle to maintain, so he worked and he worked and he overworked and he drank Red Bull. All that stuff contribute to his fucking heart attack. That contributed to his heart attack. I guarantee it, bro. It contributed to his heart attack. He kept working, he kept working, he kept working until he could not work anymore. Until he had a heart attack. That was it. That was it, bro. Understand that just because you got, $1 million or even $3 million, $4 million, it doesn't mean that you're rich. Nice piece of change. That's nice to have. $4 million. Yeah, it's nice to have. But bruh, this motherfuckers in history have went through that like it was $4. They went through $4 million like it was $40, basically. Because they look, you got more years to live on this earth. You got many, many years left, supposedly, right? You got you're supposed to have like 40 or 50 more years to live. Motherfuckers have spent $100 million within 5 years, bro. 5 years they be broke. Because the money's not coming in. How you gonna maintain the lifestyle? You see what I'm saying? So for him to be sitting back, sucking down Red Bulls and trying to keep up with females, trying to keep up with his work and stuff like that, bro, that's poor man shit, bro. That's poor man shit. That's what a poor man does to get ahead. Putting in all them extra hours and shit. You see what I'm saying? Putting in all them extra hours trying to keep up with the Joneses. You gotta pay rent. Guarantee he didn't own that shit. He fucking rich, wealthy men, they own shit, bro. They own houses. They own apartment buildings. He was living in an apartment building paying rent, bro. He didn't own it. He was paying his rent, bro. That's high end. That's high earner, motherfucker. He's not rich, not wealthy, but high earning. That's it. Oh, he was high earner. He was a high earner. That's it. That's it. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he wasn't making multi-millions. He wasn't making 100 million, 200 million a year, 300 million a year, 400 million a year on a consistent basis. That's high fucking value right there. Multi-millionaire status when it's coming in by the hundreds of millions a year. That's real money, and it's consistent throughout your whole entire life. That's real wealth. When it's coming in every single year, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million, $1 billion. And it's consistent, and you got billions stacked up in the fucking bank. You got nearly $1 trillion in the bank. That's real, genuine. That's real. That is real generational wealth. That money could be passed on to your kids after you're gone. That's real wealth, real money. And you're not working overtime for your money. You're not drinking a bunch of Red Bulls to try to keep up with the work that you're doing and shit like that. You're not working insane hours. No. Real wealthy men get their sleep. Real wealthy men don't have to be nowhere. They show up whenever they show up. I show up. The real boss, let me tell you, a real boss motherfucker would be like, I show up whenever I show up, bro. That's where I want to be in life, retired in Thailand. I show up whenever I show up. I ain't got nothing tied to me. You feel me? I ain't got to be nowhere. I show up whenever I show up. That's a real boss motherfucker right there. That's a motherfucker that makes real money. That's real fucking money. I show up whenever I show up, and nothing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? My fucking bank account is not gonna be affected by me being late all the time or showing up whenever I show up. That's real money. I show up to one of my fucking businesses where I own it. I check on people and then I leave. And I go to another business where it's open for business. I go check on it and I leave. That's it. I don't have to stay there. I don't have to work. I don't do nothing, bro. I just watch my workers work. They work for me. You know what I'm saying? That's real dough, bro. Kevin Samuels was a guy that was a high earner. That's it. Just like he talked about high earning and shit like that, high earning men and all that other stuff, right? He talked about being a high earner, right? He was a high earner. Just as he was preaching in his videos when he was alive. That's it. But I gotta go. You guys have a good day. Just wanted to touch on that subject just a little bit more. Peace out, take care, and I'm blessed.